Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie and I'll be leading you through today's yoga flow session. It's going to be a 45-minute class focusing on just moving through our breath. So I invite you to get your mind and body set for this class today. All you'll need is a mat. If you do like to use supports like blocks and pillows, feel free to add those in wherever you see fit. We're going to start today in child's pose. So when you're ready, find your way to your mat. Once you get to your mat, we'll find our child's pose. Your knees can come out wide to both sides of the mat. Your hips can come to your heels. Your hands can stretch long out in front of you. Let your forehead rest on the mat here. We're going to take the first few moments of class to center in and get ready to move our body. As you relax into this pose, maybe notice your body releasing tension in certain spots. Maybe the backs of your knees soften just a little bit. Maybe your ankles relax into the mat. And then feel gravity pulling the forehead down into the ground. And then just start to bring some awareness to your surroundings here in this pose. Maybe you notice any sounds in the room. Maybe you notice the weight of the air as it lands on your body. Maybe the amount of light coming through the windows. Good, and then just start to bring some awareness to the thoughts that you brought with you onto your mat today. Maybe noticing if they're positive or negative. Bring all those thoughts in, no matter what they are. Bring them in without judgment. Every human emotion makes you who you are. We should never be ashamed of what's coming forward. Good. Lastly, let's bring some awareness to our breath. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of the belly button and the chest. And we'll start to deepen our breath here in our child's pose. So start to take a deep inhale through the nose. Then exhale out the nose, keeping your mouth closed, maybe noticing the sound of your breath. Good. Take another deep inhale here through the nose, filling up the lungs from top to bottom. And then exhale, letting the warm air exit your body. One last deep inhale here. Really fill up the ribs. And then exhale, open your mouth this time and just sigh it out. Let go of any worries or concerns, any thoughts that are clouding your brain today. Then when you're ready, we'll inhale our way up to a tabletop position. Your hips are over your knees, shoulders are over your wrists. Just take some time here to check into your spine. So we want to find a neutral spine here. Imagine a glass of water or a vase with flowers is on top of your back. And see if you can balance it, keeping a nice neutral spine, stabilizing at each part of your back. And then inhale. Remember to breathe here, even in with these still postures. On your next inhale, we'll add in some cat-cow movements. So inhale drops your belly button low, and your gaze goes forward. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone under. Good. Inhale, drop the belly and look up. Exhale, round the back. Maybe this time tuck your chin underneath. Good. Inhale, open up. Fill up the lungs here. Exhale, squeeze those ribs back in towards your spine. Let all the air out. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round that back. Good, come back to center. Find that neutral spine once more. And then lift your left toes off the mat. Right fingertips are going to reach forward. Good, option to stay here, stabilizing and balancing in this position. Or you can bend your left foot up into the air and then reach your right hand around. See if you can grab hold while balancing on your hand and knee. If you do make that connection, option to kick into the hand to open up here. Good, see if you can hold it for one more breath. Then inhale, come back to your extended pose. Exhale, bring your knee to elbow in, crunch it in. Good, inhale, reach it long. Then place your hand and knee back to the mat. We'll take that on the other side. Right toes go long. Left fingertips reach forward. Really find your stable base first before you attempt to balance. And then when you're ready, you can try that bent knee, balancing posture, reaching that left hand back. Good, hold it here. And then exhale, come back out, nice and long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, place your left hand and right knee back to the mat. Good. This time take just a couple of moments to move freely here. Maybe you want to send your hips back and forth. Maybe adding in some waves into the spine. Good, when you're ready, tuck your back toes under and lift your knees off just an inch. Hold it here. Good, strong shoulders here, so you're pressing into the ground. And then check into your core. See if you're engaging that core to protect your low back. Good, on your next exhale, send those hips high for your first downward facing dog. Good, take some time in this pose to pedal it out here. Maybe bending into both knees, snaking through the shoulders. Maybe shaking your head yes and no. Good, and then when you're ready, we'll firm up that posture. So spread your fingertips nice and wide. Press through each knuckle. And then let your head hang between your arms. Good, you're going to tilt your sits bones up towards the ceiling. And then reach your heels down to the mat. Good, always an option to bend the knees so that you can keep that spine nice and long. This is a good option if you have tight hamstrings behind the knees. But if you want to attempt to send those knees to the back of the room, Straightening out the legs. Play around here and make this your own. Good. Inhale is going to bring you over to your high plank pose. So drop the hips. Maybe you step your toes back a little bit. And then drop those knees down, keeping your elbows at your side. Exhale as you slowly lower. Good. Inhale, press through the palms and look up. Good. Exhale, tuck your back toes. Come up to a tabletop and then downward facing dog. Good. There's one option for your chaturanga flow. We'll go through another one. But as always, make this your own. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows back, lower down into a half plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of the feet to the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes, send your hips back high for downward facing dog. Good, we're going to move on to our sun salutations now. So inhale, the right toes will go high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Arms come overhead, fill up the lungs. Exhale, frame your front foot, and step your left toes forward. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach it up long. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to your shins. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your toes back. We'll move through our chaturanga flow. So take this to be your own. Drop the knees. Exhale as you slowly lower. Inhale, chest shines forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take that on the other side, left toes long. Exhale, step it through, drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Good, exhale, hands down, step your right toes forward. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms come overhead. Then exhale, hands through to heart center. Good, circle the arms overhead once more. Inhale fully through the lungs. Then exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your toes back, and move through your vinyasa flow. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, shine the chest forward, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist it out. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. This time, left hand comes forward, right hand comes back for a twist to the right. Good, you should feel this open up through that left hip flexor. Good, inhale, bring your fingertips down and then up, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Good, reach your arms long as you inhale fully. And then exhale, let all the air out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your toes back, and move through your flow. Always an option to skip a flow and just meet us in downward facing dog. Good, taking that on the other side, left toes long. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left toes long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Good, this time twisting over to the left, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. On your next inhale, swoop that left hand down and then up. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms overhead. Circle them all the way up. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Close your eyes when you get here. Good, you can bring your hands down to your sides. We're gonna just stand in a mountain pose, feeling the change that happens in our body and our breath after we move for about 15, 20 minutes. We just completed our sun salutations, our warm up. We'll move on to a little bit more of a flow sequence. Good, take one more deep breath here. Open your eyes. Exhale, side out. Good, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet about hips width distance. And just take a quick forward fold. Here in this position, maybe you grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe you want to bring your hands up behind your head. Either option is totally fine. Maybe you want a quick chest opener. You can interlace your fingers behind your back and let your fingers fall forward. Good, let's come back to center wherever you are. Bring your toes to touch at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, plant the hands, step your toes back, and we'll move through a flow. Good, once you're back in your downward facing dog, just take some time here to pedal it out. Take a couple of clearing breaths here. Good, inhale, right toes go high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Good, kick that right foot through outside of your left mat. And then lift your left fingertips high. You swivel onto that left heel. Good, fallen star here. Good, exhale the left hand down. Right toes go up for a three-legged dog. Bend the knee and open the hip up. Take some ankle circles here. Good, both palms are still planted into the mat. Good, inhale, right toes reach up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your hands and reach that right fingertip high. So back leg is nice and straight, nice and strong. Both toes are facing forward. And then open up that chest to the side. Good, exhale the right hand down to the mat. Bring your right hand to the inside of your foot. And then swivel onto that left heel. Good, we're opening up for our side angle pose. So you can come up onto your fingertips. You can also place your right up forearm on your right knee. Good, your left hand reaches towards the sky, bringing those ribs up with them. Good, inhale, windmill yourself up to a warrior two. Good, deep bend into that front knee. Back leg is nice and straight. Good, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Good, low lunge here. Drop the back knee. And then send your hips back for a half splits. Good, so your hips are still over your knees. Nice straight front leg. And then option to bring the toes back towards you. And then check into your spine, see if you can lengthen it out. This might add a little bit of tension in the back line of the leg. So play around here with what your body needs. Good, deep bend into that front leg. Plant your hands, step your right toes back, and move through a flow. Good, meeting us back in downward facing dog. Inhale, the left toes go high this time. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Good, hold it here, and then send your left toes out to the side, coming into your fallen star on the other side. Good, right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. If you catch your hips falling down, see if you can press them up to the sky. Good, exhale, right hand down to the mat. Left toes go high for a three-legged dog. Good, exhale, your left foot between your hands, and then reach your left fingertips high. Coming into a low lunge twist. Good, exhale, left hand down to the mat. Bring that left hand to the inside of your arch of your foot. And then we're going to open up onto that right heel, opening up into our side angle pose. Good, when you're ready, using the strength in your front leg, we're going to windmill ourselves up into warrior two. Good. So send the hips low. Maybe you need to widen your stance just a little bit. Arms reach long. Deep bend in that front leg. Good, check into your spine. See if you can stack each vertebrae on top of each other, keeping your shoulders over your hips. Good, inhale, reverse your warrior, left fingertips come high. Exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat. Frame your front foot, and then drop your back knee, and just send your hips back in space, coming into your half splits on the other side. Good, you might need to reposition just a little bit to make this more comfortable for you. We'll hold it here just for a moment. Checking into our posture. Or do you have a long spine? Is the crown of your head reaching long? Good. Deep bend into the left knee. Plant the hands. Step your left toes back to move through a flow. Good, we'll take that on the other side. Inhale, the right toes go high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Hold it here. And then send that right foot out to the side. Inhale, the left hand goes high, followed by the hips. Press the hips up. Good, on your next exhale, left fingertips down to the mat. Send your right toes high. Then exhale, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, the right hand goes high for a slow lunge twist. Option to stay here, or if you want to play around, you can bring your right hand to the outside of your left hip. And then once you get there, open up that top shoulder. Good, inhale, your right hand high again. Exhale, plant the hand. Good, walk your hands to the inside of your feet. Then once you get there, swivel that left heel down, open up into your side angle pose. So you can stay here if you'd like, or you can attempt a bind here. So you can send your right hand underneath to your hips, and then your top hand is going to wrap around. You might make a connection with your fingertips. You might just be reaching. Really, this is opening up our top shoulder. So really focus on that. Awesome. Keep breathing here. Then exhale the right hand down to the mat. Left fingertips high. Use your core to bring you up into your warrior two. Awesome. Deep bend into that front leg. Inhale, reverse as your warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Drop that back knee, and then send the hips back for your half splits. But sometimes if you don't feel this, maybe you need to step your foot out just a little bit more. Keeping those hips over the knees will really lengthen that back leg. Good, deep bend into the front leg. Step your right toes back to your high plank pose and move through your flow. Good, we'll take that on the other side. So left toes go high for this. Three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Good, step those left toes out and then reach the right fingertips high. Good, exhale, right hand down to the mat. Left toes go high once more. Open the hip, bend the knee, take some ankle circles on the other side. Good, come back to center, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Lift those left fingertips high, coming into your low lunge twist. Good, option to stay here, or again, you can wrap that top arm back behind to your hips, and then opening up that top shoulder. Good, inhale, left fingertips high. Exhale, plant the hand. Walk your left toes out just a smidge, and then plant that left hand down. Swivel your right foot to the mat, and then lift those right fingertips high. Good, option to stay here once more, or you can add in that bind again. So top hand comes to the back, left hand reaches under the thigh, both are reaching towards each other. Maybe they won't touch. That's perfectly fine. We're using this as leverage to open up our collarbones. Good, let's slowly come out of this. Left fingertips come down, right fingertips reach high. And then use your core. Strength up to warrior two. Good. Find your foundation here. Sink into this pose. Hips reach down. Good. Take an inhale here. Exhale, send your shoulder blades down your back. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left fingertips high. Exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat. Last half splits here. Drop that right knee. Send your hips back in space. We'll start to wind things down after this. Slowly start to walk your hands forward, deep bend in that front leg. Plant your hands and step your left toes back to your high plank pose. Good, option to move through one last flow. Nice job. Let's bring the knees down, come into your child's pose, and take a few deep breaths here. We really woke up the body, woke up the muscles. We tested our balance, we twisted our spine. We're feeling nice and mobilized by now. We can take this time here in this child's pose to Remind ourselves of the strength that we can cultivate when we set our mind to something. That is something to be so proud of. Good. Take one last deep breath here. And then exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Good. Inhale, come up to your hands and knees. Walk your knees forward. We're just going to cross the ankles and come over to our bottom in a comfortable seated position. So let's bring our right leg out in front of us at about a 45-degree angle. And then bring your left sole of your foot into your thigh. Good. Take some time here to twist through the spine. Lengthen the crown of the head up as you twist to keep a long and neutral spine. Good. Next time you come over to your extended leg, let's inhale the arms overhead and then hinge at the hips. Keep that spine long as you fold over that front leg. Good. Maybe you notice that you have a slight bend in your knee. That's totally fine. As long as you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings, the back of your thigh. And then let's let the head just hang nice and heavy here. I always invite people to keep their palms facing up so that they don't feel tempted to grab hold of their foot and really push themselves into something that maybe their body doesn't need right now. Just a nice passive stretch can sometimes do a person good. Good. Let's slowly walk our hands back up underneath us. And we'll just switch out the legs. Left toe is long, right foot into the thigh. Take a couple of twists first. Good. Next time you're on your extended leg, reach up long. Take a deep inhale here. Then exhale, fold over that front leg. Good. Find length in the spine as you fold. Good. Once you get into this fold, see if you can let your head hang towards the knee. Good. Slowly walk your hands back underneath you. Bring both knees in towards your chest. We're going to come down onto our backs. Good. When you get there, bring your feet so they're about hips width distance. Plant them into the mat. Your hands can come to the mat. And then we're going to take just a couple of bridge poses here. So when we do this, we're going to add in some hip abduction. So we'll inhale, the hips come high, and then exhale, open the knees out wide. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hips go down. We're going to do that 8 times. Added challenge is to add in the calves, so you're up on your tippy toes. Then you inhale, send the hips high. Exhale, open to the side, nice and controlled. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, down. We have 7 more. Good. Inhale, hips high. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, down. Good. Inhale. Out. Come back. And then exhale the hips down. Let's do 5 more. I might be really bad at counting, so you might do an extra one. Good. Really squeezing the glutes at the top. 3 more. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale out. Come back to center and then exhale the hips down. Nice job, everyone. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze here. Maybe rock from side to side. Good, and then now that we just worked our glutes and our hips, we're going to stretch them out. So left foot comes down to the mat, right ankle over the left knee. Good, we're going to take a reclined pigeon pose today. So bring your left thigh up towards your hands. You can interlace your fingers back behind the thigh. And then send your left toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe circle out the ankle. And then when you're ready, you can relax that left leg and just pull in towards your chest, opening up that right hip. So you should feel a nice stretch here for the outer hip. Good, we're going to hold it for a couple more breaths. Last breath here. Place that foot on to the mat. Actually, let's extend this leg long. So the left leg goes long, and then you're just going to let the right hip open up to the side. So you're kind of coming into a figure 4 with your legs. Just letting the leg fall open. Now, if you're like me, I like to hold tension in my hips. So it's really hard for me to just let that fall without feeling like I need to hold it up. But see if you can let that go. Good, we'll take that on the other side. So place the right foot on the mat. Left ankle crosses over that right knee. Good, reach behind that right thigh. Interlace those fingers. And then maybe you extend your foot up towards the ceiling. Take it a few times. Circle out the ankle. Get your body feeling right for the rest of your day. Good, and then let's bring that knee and ankle in towards our chest. Open up that left hip. Good, slowly come out of that. Extend that right leg long. Find your figure 4 on the other side. Let that hip relax out. Awesome. Whenever you're ready, we'll find our final resting posture. So you can extend your legs out long. Your hands can come to your sides here. Good, and then you can let your head just feel heavy into the mat. I'll be guiding you through just a short meditation today. I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. Know that even when this class ends, you don't have to leave this space. So if it feels good for you to stay here and enjoy some more peace and quiet, you have the space and the time to do so. So when you're ready, I'll bring you through a point-by-point meditation. And as I say each body part, I invite you to just completely let all tension go in that area. We'll start with the right shoulder, both front and back. The right arm, the right elbow, the right forearm and wrist, the thumb, the pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger all relaxed. The palm of the hand, the back of the hand, relaxed into the mat. The left shoulder, the left arm, elbow, forearm, all the way down to the wrist, relaxing into the mat, letting all the tension go. The left thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger all relaxed. The palm of the hand completely relaxed. The front of the ribs, from the sternum all the way down to the belly button. Down into the hips. The front of the right hip, up the crest of the hip, into the back of the hip, all relaxed. The right thigh, the right knee, the shin and the calf of the right leg, down into the ankle, the heel of the foot. Let everything go. The right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe, all relaxed. The arch of the foot. Let everything go. Traveling back up to the left hip, all the way from the pubic bone to the front of the left hip, up the spine and the crest, down to the back of the left hip, the thigh, the left knee, the shin and calf, both front and back relaxed. The left ankle meeting into the left heel, swooping up through the arch of the foot to the ball of the foot. The left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe all relaxed. Coming up to the forehead, letting all the lines completely wipe away. The cheekbones, the mouth, even the jaw, from ear to ear, relaxing down. Good, the crown of the head, the back of the head, the base of the neck, relaxing down. The entire spine, from top to bottom, all completely relaxed. Whole body, whole body, completely relaxed. Thank you all so much for joining me. Take your time here, stay here if you need, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.